Hello, and welcome back to Wasted. I'm Jade Starr, joined by my favorite snowman that's now at least 8% comprised of ethanol, Olesh.
More than 8% at this point. I don't drink a whole lot, but when my family comes into town, we drink hard.
I dropped a deuce that glowed in the dark.
We've got Barstown's best on tap. Welcome to the Gin and Gout 30. So what? Here's what we've got on tap today.
Pass.
Not a good mixer of the day.
So what
No.
can I get you? Great, what'll it be today? And your mixer?
Straight.
Good so far.
I actually just
How do you
don't
want
remember
that
what soda
prepared?
and straight does for you. I'm so used to taking the mixer of the day.
My pleasure.
I'll
Here you
explain
go.
after the
All
drink
right.
build.
Here you go. Bottoms up.
Hello, and welcome back to Getting Wasted and Wasted. I'm Jade Starr, and today I have a very classic cocktail for you, the Moscow Mule. It's very simple, very easy to make. We are going to start off with a mug full of ice. Now, typically this is made with a copper mug. I don't have one, but the copper is pretty irrelevant. Really, it's used for its thermal properties more than anything. You just want something that gets nice and cold. We're going to start off with 2 ounces of vodka. A ½ ounce of lemon juice. If you can fresh squeeze this, the better. And then 3 ounces of ginger beer. I mean, personally, I would drink this as is, but for the purposes of our cocktail, gets 2. Whoop. Okay, well, I went heavy on ginger beer. It'll be fine. I love this stuff anyway. Garnish with more lime if you have it. Otherwise, that is all there actually is to a Moscow Mule. Unfortunately, it's not too much to look at in my aluminum cup. The copper cups and a nice lemon garnish or lime garnish will make it look nicer. But this is still a perfectly serviceable and tasty Moscow Mule. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the cooler.
That's really good.
So a couple of videos, I think we mentioned that I put just a video of it, or a best paint of a dick. So Alice just saw 3 seconds of an octopus giving him the finger 8 times.
Yeah, that's really good.
We're gonna talk to Dick. I'll explain the mixers in a minute.
They say a problem shared is a problem halved. Or in this case, reduced by 2/3.
I figured we'd just go through all of Dick's knowledge eventually, but that requires me remembering what I've already asked him about.
The East, a snake pit run by the nuclear family. They call themselves a gang, stomping around in their radiation suits. A spectacle. It's just a bunch of grown men speaking Italian and kissing one another all day. You know, we don't have those suits. We can't cross the desert. Too much radiation, can't carry enough water. But we don't even get one-way trade from them. Supposedly they keep to themselves.
One-way trade.
But you go to some place like Frisky, you'll hear their accents.
I think
It's
they mean
insidious.
their
How
merchants
they do
come
it,
to us.
I'm not party to.
But our
it
merchants can't go to
concerns
them.
me.
It's one-way trade.
You know,
Yeah, but
there's a cabal out to get me.
Some
We have
say
your
they have a
inputs in
great
your output.
technological advantage over
Get out of Factorio brain set.
Bunch of bullcrap.
No.
Broken-brained drunks mesmerized by neon signs. Those fancy boys wouldn't last 5 minutes here, and they know it. That's why they come in secret.
We know little of their intentions, but certainly they have resources.
Yes, from the gambling and so on. You know, that's the one racket I wish I brought here. I would have liked an easy sort of hands-off immorality in my retirement. Well, that's life. I'm here and they're there. They say good fences make good neighbors. But I don't trust those teepeed-up shysters. You know, there's a cabal out to get me.
yeah, that's because you're a criminal.
Once upon a time, Angelus was the domain of our decadent elite. And now, what isn't barren wasteland is wall-to-wall garbage. I hope those soft commies in Squalidwood are reaching top speed in their graves, so that they eventually drill right through down to China where they belong.
It is amusing that the only thing required to demonstrate the failure of their values was nuclear holocaust.
Quite so. Shiftless fairies couldn't handle a few megatons. The Koreans, though, good people. Firm handshakes, not a pinko among them. They struck out to find supplies and materials. Industrious folks, you know. The rich kids. Swaddle-daddled babies that they were. They died in or near their homes like sickly baby birds.
Such people are constitutionally unaccustomed to hardship.
Then the kids, you know. The gangs and whatnot. An ugly business, but they adapted to it fast. For better or worse. The airheaded youngsters got it into their tiny minds that taking stuff and bringing it back to K-Town was their culture. What defined them as a gang and a people. They kept on going long after anything worth taking was gone. They stopped calling it K-Town and started calling it Junktown. So they started amassing these great unsightly piles of detritus right up into the sky. You can see the trash tower from miles out. It looks like hell, but frankly, they're the only people building anything but a reputation of incompetence.
Oh man, do you remember playing Final Fantasy X and they just, like, hard mispronounce the word marquee every time possible? Wait, no, that's not 10, that's 12. 12. But they're just like, the voice acting. Every character was like, oh, the Marquis of fucking Sky City, or whatever the fuck it was. It was
the Marquis of Sky City. Yeah.
No, they pronounced it like Marquis. Like,
yeah. Well, I mean, 10 mispronounced the main character's name every single time.
Titus?
It was Titus.
Yeah, whatever.
That's what it's supposed to be.
Fuck that. Oh, goddamn.
It sounds dumb.
Citadel, this is Purifier Charlie. Completed a full sweep of the administrator's offices. Our engineers have checked the cooler main frames and have confirmed that the Serpent protocol has not yet been activated, and that the escape pods are in full working order. Prepare the cure carrier for deployment as we make our push towards the cryo chambers. Victory is at hand. We will make these wasters pay for what they did to Star. Charlie, out.
Okay, finally, a moment. Like, 3-4 minutes ago, you asked what the mixers do. And I probably covered it a long time ago, but I'll say it again. So it depends on what you drink. Champagne is a damage boost, and Tafkila is a damage resistance. If you take either of them straight, it is a 15%. So champagne straight is 15% damage boost. Or Tafkila is a 15% damage mitigator.
And
the soda dilutes it to a 10 and 5. So if you take champagne and soda it, you get 10% damage boost and 5% damage resist. If you take Tafkila and soda, you get 10% damage resist and 5% damage.
You explained it, but for those of you viewers at home, my family is in town. This is the last night I can do commentary before I am leaving my home. I am 8 beers in.
Man, you should have heard him yelling at me in Factorio. Apparently, Factorio is just a very sensitive... Well, not even sensitive.
Serious business.
Olesh is a very, very passionate man, just in general, but...
I love trains.
But when he got to Factorio, it was an incredible level of passion and just fiery...
Just the sheer amount of abuse that I heaped upon Jade's head.
Which I was mostly fine with, because he helped me get through advanced petroleum. Like, I loaded in, I did my solar, I was sitting there, and I'm like, I don't want to have to figure out advanced petroleum. Eventually, Ola showed up, everything was fine, we're good. But also, this military base was full of the Militroids, which definitely didn't become Skynet and somehow work against them.
Larry Swift. I feel like that's probably a pun, but I don't know it.
But here is the important thing to read on this computer.
Dropping a socket on a goddamn Titan 2 and not the goddamn commie bastards.
That the nuclear attack that precipitated the destruction of the world that this game is based upon was a fucking mistake and not a commie attack on a U.S. military installation.
So that's based on... It's not apocryphal. We know it's actually true. Where there was a Soviet...
The Soviets detected a nuclear launch, and the
launch
officer in
wasn't
charge...
actually a nuclear launch.
Yeah, the Soviet officer in charge dismissed it as a false positive and prevented us from... Correctly, yes. Correctly dismissed it as a false positive, and thus saved us from nuclear war. Careful, because at no point in time is it historically accurate to say an East Coast nuclear facility accidentally blew up on its own.
No, it is correct to say that nuclear materials mysteriously disappear or were lost during flight. We have dropped nuclear bombs on Georgia by accident.
The state or the country of Georgia?
The state.
Okay.
We have not dropped bombs on the country of Georgia by accident.
Hey, look, that's an important distinction. One of those is near the Soviets, one of them isn't. However, I'm in favor of bombing both of them.
In which we've
no. Hold on. I want to make sure everybody hears. I'm in favor of bombing both the country and the state of Georgia.
I'm not.
Actually, wait a minute.
Because I've heard really good things about Georgian cuisine, but have never had the opportunity to have Georgian cuisine.
I have never heard about Georgian cuisine.
So, how do you feel about shawarma?
I do enjoy shawarma, yeah. Although I know it from, like the Mediterranean place and more other place, yeah.
So shawarma is sort of where the Mediterranean meets the... I'm going to say the Russian sphere of influence,
right,
because it's the simplest way to describe it.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
But the Northwest Asian. And Georgia fits within the sort of northern...
Middle Asia area, yeah.
As opposed to Eastern Asian or Southern Asian.
Yeah, very different cuisines.
You have the things that aren't Eastern or Southern, hence they're Northwest. So, shawarma is really good.
It is.
And one of the things about shawarma is it fits within, we'll call it the anti-British set of cuisine where...
Do you mean cuisine with flavor?
Well, there's a certain amount of British cuisine which is archetypally British. I'm thinking of like... where you have... The thing that pretends to be Indian cuisine, but it's actually British cuisine.
Oh, yeah, like...
Curries.
Some of those curries, yeah, like tikka masala.
Yeah, like tikka masala.
Yeah.
Where
I fucking
they
love.
stole spices from India and then turned around and made it part of their cuisine.
Right,
It was Indian cuisine.
Yeah. The kind
parts
of
British cuisine that actually have flavor because they stole it from other countries.
The Indian cuisine that isn't spicy because it's English people taking Indian cuisine.
Shawarma is just a particular sort of combination of spices. It's very... I'd almost call it generic. In England, you would just refer to the kind of things that we would think of as shawarma as... They would just call it kebabs.
Yeah. Had those. Those are tasty.
Yeah. So shawarma is a particular type of spices on kebabs.
Okay. I was informed that I ate shawarma wrong while I was in England by Nux.
What? You can't eat shawarma raw.
No, apparently you can, because we went to a club or a pub or something both that had music and a dance floor or whatever. And then I was sober when I ate the kebab.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If you were sober when you ate your kebab, then that was apparently wrong.
Yeah, apparently you're supposed to get pissed drunk and then have the kebab.
So in England, it's typical to get very, very drunk and then have your
kebab.
Your various types of doner kebab.
Yep.
And doner kebabs are... So it's not really a particular type of spices, it's more of the mechanical style of you have a rotary grill.
Yeah. You just slice right out of it,
Which then yeah, pieces of meat get sliced off the outside of it.
Right.
And it's marinated with spices poured on the outside.
That's very good.
That's not something you can do at home, by the way.
By the way, I need to blow your mind with another idea for donair, because I've had it, and with guava. Donair poutine.
It's really fucking good.
Oh, it's so good. And I can't find it anywhere in the States.
Because we don't have a concept of flavor.
We don't really do poutine.
Yes, also. But we don't have the concept of flavor. Eventually, someday, there will be a reason, and right now it doesn't exist, for you to come to where I live. And because where I live is currently in Tennessee, I don't recommend anyone come visit me. Tennessee fucking sucks.
Yeah.
It's terrible. No one should live here. I currently do.
I mean, at least you're not in Kentucky anymore, the land of Mitch McConnell.
You know, Mitch McConnell aside, Kentucky was better.
Ooh, wow. Wow. Holy
Tennessee
shit.
is further south and sucks.
Okay.
You know, this is going to go out on the internet, and I'm still standing by it.
I do not regret making my drink a double. By the way, the drink that people are going to see me make, I'm probably making a Moscow Mule because I bought vodka and ginger beer the other day, is a lie because Olesh is on a timetable here and I procrastinated. So I just made myself like a double of the bee's knees.
Yeah, no. Gonna lie. Today it's beer and...
But do you at least get
friend
like...
of the internet, friend of the LP,
Yeah.
Migishu,
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah,
once a year, travels to the United States and ships me illegally
No, he just sends you maple syrup.
a bottle of maple syrup flavored liquor.
Yeah, whiskey.
And
yeah,
sends my wife a bottle of more strongly maple syrup flavored liquor.
Oh, what? Like Sort of like premium or whatever?
Yeah.
Sort of like was good.
Sort of like really, really good.
Yeah.
And it is just a failure of the United States that we don't have a distributor willing to pick it up and distribute it across the United States.
Right.
For about a 4-year period, the company that also distributes Jägermeister did it, and then something fell through with the contract. I don't know fucking what.
Yeah.
It's a tragedy.
It is.
It's a national crisis.
Like, I have always expressed that I like sweet alcohols because I don't know, giant.
So Olesh is that?
Wuss. Yeah, it is. It is delicious. It is great. It needs to be here.
But as of this most recent trip to Vegas, because motherfucker went to FanFest and I didn't.
That's for Final Fantasy, right?
Yeah. I was not able to get a ticket to FanFest and he was. But he shipped me 1 bottle of regular and 1 bottle of the like select private reserve. That's for Cammy. Because she likes stuff that tastes more like alcohol than I do. I have to say like address now.
Wait. You have Nagishu's mailing address?
Yep, he's getting a Christmas present, whether or not he wants it.
I need you to share that with me.
Do you know how many times I have specifically forgotten your mailing address?
Specifically forgotten mine?
Yeah.
When have I ever given you my mailing address?
Given is a strong word.
When have you acquired my mailing address and for what legitimate reasons?
Legitimate? Question mark.
Okay.
At least 6 times.
What?
Yes.
Why? What was I doing?
Pizza.
Oh, what? You have not
Pizza.
sent me 6 pizzas.
No, but other people did.
Migishu has sent me 1 pizza.
Yeah, I'm not talking about Migishu. I'm just saying.
Did I order Round Table on stream at some point?
6 times.
Whoops. Okay, but I need Migishu's mailing address because let me tell you, ever since I learned to ship
You cannot send him glitter.
Damn it! Why not?
Because I say so.
Fuck you! Because I have been waiting to remember Guava's shipping address or recover that address again for so long just to randomly mail guava glitter.
Look,
Yeah.
I don't do a whole lot from Kyushu. But I will protect him against random glitter bombs.
Ah, God damn it. What? Okay, what if you share the address with me, but I don't mail him glitter,
You can't.
but I use that information as a
If
threat
you'll be banned,
to
you'll be
make
banned
him
from-
send me sortilege?
all you have to do is ask him, and he will. It's really that easy. I promise. It's once a year.
Yeah.
Well, actually more than once a year, because he does come to the States for work.
Right.
A little bit more frequently than that.
Yeah. That's how I got him
But-
on root beer. I like to say that every goon that has visited me has had at least 2 or 3 types of root beer minimum in a one-day exposure to me.
I do have to say, by the way,
Yeah.
it's not this video. It's not the next video.
Okay.
It's not the last video.
Okay. What is?
There is a recipe
Mm-hmm.
that comes from me.
Yeah.
That comes from a Marine buddy of me.
Uh-huh. Yeah, but you used Virgil's.
A&W is the correct answer.
Yeah.
It sounds wrong.
Uh-huh.
It is wrong in most cases. But for this particular recipe,
Yeah.
for this particular video, A&W is correct.
Okay. Is this the one that I still haven't watched that you used Virgil's
Yes,
in?
you should not watch. You should put it into your video without editing.
No, I should watch it first, because you say there's like, oh, there's some sort of little secret in it or something.
No, you think there's secret in it.
You said as much!
No, I didn't.
You did too.
I did not.
You even asked if I caught it.
No, that just sounds like paranoia. Friend computer is questioning whether or not you're in fact belonging to any mutant groups.
Mm-hmm. So, the idea though of this phantom recipe that I will eventually proof watch before putting it into my LP is that if you were going to make a cocktail,
A&W has more sugar in it.
yeah, is that A&W or presumably Barks or any of the fucking root beer imposters?
No, fuck Barks.
Really?
If you're going to do this recipe, use A&W and nothing else.
Really? Okay. Well,
Yes, I've gotten official, like... The way I did it was without A&W and added
Yeah.
honey.
Uh-huh.
It's just way easier to use A&W.
Wait, you added honey?
I added honey to the recipe in the video that you didn't watch.
Yeah.
I told you not to watch it.
Just use fucking Henry Weinhard's then if you're gonna add honey.
No.
No?
Henry Weinhard's has less sugar than A&W.
Well, yeah.
This recipe involves more sugar than Henry Weinhard's.
Okay.
I'm not saying that you can't do it with other recipes, but the basic recipe is A&W plus question mark.
Right. Okay.
If you're going to use other root beers, you have to compensate in different ways. Henry Weinhard's adds honey, but not enough sugar.
And vanilla, by the way. Yeah. Because I was gonna
A&W
say
has some vanilla in it.
Oh, it doesn't.
I add
Okay.
a little bit more vanilla into the recipe because that's how it was added to me.
Okay.
It's basically just rum and, I mean, spoilers for the future recipe. It's
Spirits.
root beer plus rum plus a splash of vanilla vodka. But the root beer in question is A&W as given from a 20 ounce or a 2 liter or however the fuck you get A&W. I mean, could be straight from the tap from A&W restaurant. In which case,
Right.
I'm really sorry because A&W restaurants are extremely depressing.
You know, there's one somewhat near me that
It's
I just
extremely depressing.
never
to go there.
visited. Yeah.
Don't. Literally, the only good thing from an A&W restaurant is getting A&W directly,
Drink.
which is nice, but not that nice. So, not that nice.
Yeah.
Fun.
Rip.
I mean, At least sneak kind of sucks.
Yeah, it's nice, especially since we have a silenced gun, but it's not a necessary stat to worry about.
God, it just doesn't matter.
There is one thing that it matters, and that it's a thing that you're a fan of. Your sneak stat determines how much damage you do with throwing bricks at people. And other throwables.
Bricks at people is really good.
Yeah. Unfortunately, you lose out on damage potential if you have shit sneak. Also, somewhere like 10 minutes ago, I wanted to say A&W isn't real root beer because it's not brewed, and it's just root beer flavored soda.
It's brewed. It is legitimately brewed, but it's not good root beer.
And then it's carbonated.
It is carbonated, but it's not good root beer.
It's not.
I will recommend any other root beer, but this specific recipe calls for...
Where is this bear trap that just got me?
And as much as I tried, I could not come with a sufficient substitute.
Okay,
I
wow.
recorded the video with a different root beer.
You recorded it with Virgil's, which is a good root beer, but for the purposes...
Virgil's is a good root beer.
But for the purposes of this cocktail mix, I understand how that could be wildly inappropriate. Because Virgil's...
It's not even wildly inappropriate.
Does wild
It was
things with
fine.
root beer.
The cocktail was fine.
Yeah.
I drank it.
Yeah.
It was good.
Okay.
But it was not the cocktail as presented.
Okay.
The
Virgil's...
cocktail as presented is referred to as magic, and is a cocktail intended to be drunk by people who don't drink.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool.
So it is extremely
particular.
I think the term would be accessible.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Because I can understand Virgil's not working as a substitute, because Virgil's does wild shit with their root beer. Like, I don't know which particular
Speaking
brand of
of
Virgil's you
wild
got.
shit,
One sec.
I see.
Yeah. Virgil's especially uses nutmeg in their root beer, which is...
Most root beers do it. Shoot, it's a good one. Also
They
a
use
good one.
they do Bavarian nutmeg, and it is a wildly different
Wait,
flavor profile.
What the fuck is that?
What?
I don't even know what that does.
What?
Strike with a pump, the sumo wrestler. Like
I don't know.
Honda.
Fucking buffs your unarmed attack. I don't know. Why would I drink that?
I mean, maybe you're doing unarmed. No, there's no reason to do unarmed.
You could do maybe you use a melee build. I don't know either.
Shoot +1.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Always take this 100% of the time.
I mean, unless you want to actually do progress. I could have walked into the cryo chambers and beat the boss.
You could, but I mean...
But that's not the formula of this LP. I go one layer down and drink a booze. And then I go the next layer down and drink a booze. And I go, so next time we'll go into the cryo
Sometimes
chambers.
you go the next layer down and drink a booze again.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, sometimes I do some editing because I didn't want to pass up Was That Guzzle Good. Next time...
This is not a very difficult game to play at your own pace.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoy it.
But eventually...
In moderation, by the
fails
way.
to be a coward and
Whoa!
the video without watching it.
Whoa!
I have provided a drink mix
Yeah.
for the LP. This originates from a Marine buddy of mine.
Is this the one that eats crayons?
Yes.
Hmm.
I'm not going to deny it because I saw the pack of crayons. This is not where I learned about Danger Nut.
Danger Nut.
Danger Nut. I told you about Danger Nut. I even got confirmation about Danger Nut. Danger Nut is a real thing that exists. You can't tell me otherwise.